displaying his name respectfully and conspicuously, we ensure that his story lives on and that people are reminded always of how much he contributed to his community and his country.
Senator Lloyd Smucker, ladies and gentlemen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, pleasure to move forward with the part of the evening you've all been waiting for, the installation ceremony for our distinguished Veteran of Honor. Our special veteran to be installed on the Wall of Honor this evening is Capt Edward Davis USN. Sadly, Captain Davis passed from us on November 7th, 2006, and is resting peacefully with his honored brothers and sisters in Arlington National Cemetery. With us tonight is his beloved wife, Mrs. Karen Davis, who will be accepting this honor on behalf of her late husband. To all who shall see these presents, Amvets Post 19 of Lancaster PA wishes to extend greetings. Whereas on this 25th day of March 2010, the commander and supporting officers of Post 19 are honored to present Captain Edward A. Davis USN for recognition and installment on our distinguished Wall of Honor. Know ye all, the following shall be retained on this post's Wall of Honor as a permanent record. Born in Norristown, Pennsylvania on August 16, 1939, Ed Davis was to attend St. Joseph's College Prep School and Villanova University before applying and accepting an appointment in Annapolis, Maryland in 1958. After completion of his midshipman schooling at the Naval Academy, earning a Bachelor of Science degree in Electrical Engineering, class of 1962, Ed would receive a naval commission as ensign and immediately apply for flight school to become a naval aviator. This would be the fulfillment of a childhood dream. For the next 78 weeks, Ed would undergo intensive flight training at Pensacola, Florida and Corpus Christi, Texas, where he would earn his coveted naval aviator wings in March of 1964, along with a promotion to lieutenant junior grade. Now, Lieutenant J.G. Davis will be assigned in-type training in the A-1HJ Skyraider, whose primary mission was bombing North Vietnamese targets from aircraft carriers. Bomber Attack Squadron VA-152 aboard the USS Oriskany would be Lieutenant J.G. Davis's assignment in the South China Sea off the coast of Vietnam. During the period from 8 May to 24 August 1965, Lieutenant J.G. Davis would distinguish himself as an excellent combat pilot by successfully completing 56 very dangerous and hazardous bombing missions over North Vietnam. For his excellent flight skills and his unbending devotion to mission accomplishment, Edward will later receive 5 Strike Flight Awards, Air Medals, and Navy Unit Commendation Medal. It would be Lieutenant J.G. Edward Davis's 57th mission over North Vietnam that would be the beginning of the toughest task he would ever have to face in his entire life. On the fateful night of 26 August 1965, Ed would meet the best aerial gunner in the North Vietnamese Army. His A-1 Skyraider took many hits in vital areas by that gunner, thus giving Ed no choice but to bail out. His chute would deploy in time and bring him safely to the ground, but Ed was to learn the capture was inevitable. The enemy soldiers were everywhere. The USS Oriskany would be a sad mother hen, for that night one of her chicks would not return. 26 August 1965, ship's log would read, reported to be missing in action after failure to return from a flight over North Vietnam. Now in enemy hands, Ed would have to survive a 19-day journey to Hanoi, tied up and blindfolded and led by 2 North Vietnamese Army soldiers, passing through many small villages that were once his bombing targets. The brutality from these villagers as he passed through was incredible. He was often punched in the face, kicked, spat upon, and slapped, mostly by the old women and teenage boys. The entire first year at the infamous Hanoi Hilton was in solitary confinement with constant beatings and torture, which he would be made to endure at any time of the day or night. This naval aviator wouldn't tell the North Vietnamese guards what they wanted to hear, and so he was made to pay for his incredible courage with brutal beatings and very painful rope tortures. Finally, after a year of this kind of inhumane treatment, Ed was transferred to another cell, which contained one of his comrades, Jim Heavner, from, of all places, Elizabethtown, PA. While having someone to communicate with was a good thing, still the unbelievable inhumane treatment continued, not as severe, but certainly in many other very nasty and degrading ways. Of course, any kind of personal hygiene was difficult to maintain. As time passed on, year after year, Ed and the other prisoners, which now numbered 57, would be allowed a little more leniency by their North Vietnamese guards. Ed was even able to rescue a little dog, which he called Maku, means Lady of the Night, and was allowed to keep him. This amused his Vietnamese guards, seeing this crazy American sharing his meager rations with an animal that they normally eat. At the end of his captivity, Ed actually managed to bring little Maku home with him. After successful negotiations between the United States and North Vietnam, the POWs were at last allowed to be brought home. Now a lieutenant commander, having been promoted twice while in captivity, Ed and Maku were delivered safely by MAC-V Command in February 1973, 7.5 years after being shot down and captured by the North Vietnamese. Psalm 27, verse 14, "Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord." Home at last, now Lieutenant Commander Ed Davis would spend the next 5 months at Bethesda Military Hospital recuperating as well as can be expected from his long captivity. He would then enter the University of Virginia as a graduate student and subsequently as executive officer of the university's NROTC unit. Having now been promoted to full commander, Ed would be transferred to Arlington, Virginia, and be assigned Director of Recruiting and Advertising from August 1978 to March 1984. Here at Arlington, Ed would earn his 4th gold stripe for his sleeve, making his rank now captain. His last command before retirement would be the Naval Recruitment District, Harrisburg, PA, from March 1984 until March 1987. Captain Edward A. Davis served his country most honorably for 24 years, 9 months, and 9 days, retiring on 29 March 1987. Captain Davis's awards and medals are as follows: 3 Silver Stars, Legion of Merit with Combat V, 4 Bronze Stars with Combat V, 8 Purple Hearts, Meritorious Service Medal, 5 Air Medals, 3 Navy Commendation Medals with Combat V, Combat Action Ribbon, Navy Unit Commendation, Navy Meritorious Unit Commendation, Navy E-Ribbon, Prisoner of War Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal, Vietnam Service Medal, Navy Recruiter Service Medal, Vietnam Unit with Palm Citation, Vietnam Campaign Medal, Ashore Command Badge, and U.S. Naval Academy Class of 1962 Badge. Captain Davis's service record also contains numerous citations and letters of commendation from many of his superior officers that were earned and placed in his permanent file. Many of them read, "Job well done." Captain Edward A. Davis, throughout his distinguished naval career, has displayed uncommon valor and courage in the face of an armed enemy, an undefeatable steadfastness of will in an uncompromising situation as a prisoner of war, and a carriage and conduct that exemplifies the highest standards and traditions of an officer and a gentleman of the United States Naval Service.